Hello, YouTube. Things are dire, as you can tell. New worst chapter for you? I don't know. Probably? I don't know. I guess it depends on the next one. Because I feel like some of this could probably be fixed by another one. But all of it, I don't know. I don't know about all of it. Hello, chatters. So we feeling good about this chat? Yeah, honestly, it's great. You cooked with your video day, by the way. Loved it. Thank you. I thought it was a fun little one to make. No, we're feeling great. This is a great chapter, guys. Explosives, the video talks about MHA up to, like, Season 7, kind of, and then it talks about JJK Season 2 and ReZero Season 2, that's it. And chat, I need you guys to know, by the way, that releasing this video the day that this happened in this chapter was not intentional. I started working on this video last week, so there was no there was no intentional overlap, okay? Do you think it would have been better if AFO never body jacked Shigaraki to the end like this? I mean, yeah. Where would you place Deco on a tier list now? Oh man, probably like D. Probably D. I'm not doing it right now, like this second or anything, but, the MHA popularity poll, the second one that we, for those that weren't here, at the very end of 2022, we did a popularity poll where I posted it to my community, and then I posted it on the broader Twitter space, just so that we could all have our own popularity poll that's not done by Shueisha. And we'll probably be doing the second one very soon, at this rate. If the next chapter, so like in 2 weeks, if the next chapter is essentially moving on from this final fight or this final war or whatever, we're gonna start the popularity poll. I've already opened up the popularity poll to Diamond members and mods. It's gonna stay that way for a little bit. When the leaks come out, and if I can tell that this is sort of the end, then I'll send it to gold members, and then before the chapter comes out, I'll send it to bronze members, and then when the chapter comes out, I'll post it in the Discord, and then on Twitter and shit like that. It really depends, because I don't want to start it too early, but also I can't start it too late. Otherwise, the series will end. Oh, Zach the Mask was gifted a membership by Bartol. Holy. Thanks, Bartol. Bubba didn't get it? Huge? Honestly, that Parasite of MHA video ages better and better every day. It does. It does. It started getting a lot more views and comments when AFO came back the first time. And now it started getting comments again after the leaks came out, and then he died again. I am AFO's #1 hater. All hail the CEO of AFO hate. Who do you think you are, buddy? I've been here. How do you think Yozakura-sensei is feeling after reading the latest chapter? He doesn't like it. I don't think he feels as much vitriol as we do, which is fair. But, yeah, he's not the biggest fan of it. Yozakura-sensei and I spent quite a bit of time talking about Deku versus Shigaraki in DMs for a while. And basically what he wanted was this vestige stuff to happen, and then for Shigaraki to see all of Deku's memories and stuff, and then they finally get to have a conversation. And, you know, none of that happened. So... Zenrato has said this in the Shonen Chill Discourse, so I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say it, but the next Shonen Chill episode, not the one that'll come out next, because we already recorded that one, but the next episode that covers this chapter will have Ocean Man on it, by the way, just so you guys know. I believe he's in the process of catching up. Yeah, we'll be doing a 3-man Shonen and Chill. I don't know if Ocean Man was inspired by the leaks or if he just decided to do it. Either way, it's a W. Three-man jump session. What do you think of Kagurabachi today? I have not read it today. I've only read MHA, unfortunately. I usually save... I like to read them in batches of 2 weeks, because it's easier to consume for me. Yeah, I saw the third Fire Shadow. I didn't read it, but I saw that it had 1.1 million views this morning. Hello, Rohan. I bet you're dancing right now, aren't you? Do you plan on reading a new series when MHA ends? I mean, I'm always reading new series, unfortunately. Been a very, 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 very eventful 4 or 5 days, by the way. Very eventful 4 or 5 days. Damn. The community, the state of the community right now is sort of bringing me back to 2021 MHA Twitch. Speaking of, Campa's in chat. He was there in 2021 MHA Twitch, so was Bubba. These guys know what it was like. It was not exactly like 2020. 2021 MHA Twitch was more vicious. But this was like a fraction of its power. Getting it a ReZero through the anime, thanks for pushing the series. No problem, and I will keep doing it. I don't know how you stay on MHA Twitter 24/7, that just seems mind-melding. Well, I'm not really on MHA Twitter anymore. I have most of the keywords muted, but I know I've got friends on MHA Twitter. I've got, like, well, Gyro's not really on there anymore, but, you know, I've got Bubba, I've got Campa, I've got Naya, I've got Brawny, so sometimes I see it, and I'm like, damn. Lauren versus Adam. Holy shit, that's a classic. How's it going, Google Me? The discourse has given us gems. It's really given us just wonderful pieces to look back on and think, yeah, everyone here is completely consistent. Of course. I've seen Bubba get called slurs for like 2 days in a row. Was the VH rewrite 2021? I believe so, yeah. Either that or 2022, but I think it was 2021. Is this stream earlier than usual? It might be, yeah, a little bit. When is Bubba not getting jumped? Well, he's usually getting jumped, but this time he was getting jumped. And this time he decided to fight back, thank God. It's about damn time. The guy who subtweeted Bubba then deleted it after Big Rukasu intervened. Oh my god, man. Some of these Glazers are such fucking cowards. Some of the people that have spent the better part of a year following Bubba around and shitting on him all day, it's because they feel powerful, because, you know, the common sentimentality is, oh, fuck Bubba because he doesn't like MHA, even though, by the way, Bubba's probably the most positive person about MHA in this chat. Just so you guys know. They follow Bubba around, they shit on him, they have like this whole clique that follows him around and shits on him, and they have like this group mentality, so they feel safe in it. And then as soon as one person comes in and tips the scale, so that finally Bubba's not outnumbered, they tuck their tails and they fucking run, dude. Absolute cowards. As soon as Rukasu quote retweets, with, by the way, might I add, the most tame and gentle disagreement that he could have given, literally all he said was, Bubba's 100% right though. That's it! And for context, what Rukasu was agreeing with is that Bubba's point was AFO is not a real person, and My Hero Academia is not a real story. So the things that happened in the story happened because of an author, not because a guy did, like, in the story did them, if that makes sense. Just got here, what did I miss? We're just talking about MHA Twitter for the past 4 days. That is true, though? It is true. And I believe they intentionally misrepresented Bubba's point to say that AFO is not real. They thought that Bubba was saying AFO is not real in the story. Like he's a vision or some shit. Which is, like, probably the most bad faith reading you can give to it. And all Rukasu did was say, Bubba's 100% right, though. And immediately the guy who got quote retweeted deleted his tweet. He started crying about how he was getting harassed by a person with 70,000 followers. And then all of his friends were like, oh my god, I can't believe Rukasu is harassing somebody. Rukasu didn't even fucking do anything. Yeah, and also, the day before, Ever replied to Alex and ratioed the fuck out of him. And I'm not saying that Ever can't do that, because she can. That's fine. I don't care. But my point is that when the alleged harassment applies to somebody who doesn't like My Hero Academia, nobody will say a fucking word. Nobody will say a single thing. But now that the alleged harassment happens to somebody who is glazing the manga, then it's a problem. Now it's an issue. And I reiterate, most of these people are cowards, and the rest are just children, and they don't know any better. Bubba was almost part of the Kohei Creamers in the past 4 months, and boom, he said he doesn't like this. It's a war crime. Bro, Bubba and I were having, like, literal conversations because I wouldn't say that Bubba was, like, the biggest fan of Deku vs. Shigaraki, but he definitely liked it a lot more than I did. So we would talk about this sometimes, and yeah, Bubba had a generally positive outlook on Deku vs. Shigaraki. Obviously not until now. But, you know. Hello, Pearl. And basically, all the MHA Glazers who are usually 14 years old all came to Bubba to call him slurs and to call him a fucking loser. And then you had people, there's this person, I think that their name is like Shiggy Shot or something. I don't fucking know. Siggy, oh no. You know, now that I think about it, it's Shiggy is hot. There you go, that's what it is. And they are by definition a glazer, by the way. Like, they are glazing all the time. And obviously it's a Shigaraki account, so they were like, I don't like this chapter very much because it's bad. And the vitriol that they received was unbelievable, right? And obviously, I'm sympathetic towards that because, like, I understand the amount of vitriol that the Glazer community has. And I'm sure a lot of you do, because a lot of you can't stop fighting on Twitter. For some fucking reason. But, there's also a part of me that's like, not to say that I don't feel sympathy, but there's a part of me that's like, this is the bed you made, now you have to lie in it. Because when you cultivate a following based on calling people idiots, or calling them stupid, or saying they don't know how to read, or saying they're illiterate, or that they're dumbasses because they don't like things about MHA, this is the kind of thing that's going to happen. So obviously, again, I'm reiterating for the 4th time, so I'm not misconstrued here. The people harassing the Shiggy is hot person, it's fucking ridiculous. The people who are doing that are stupid. But also, you cultivated this. This was the kind of shit that you partook in. Oh boy. It's not gonna read. Alright. This is MHA bitch where consequences don't exist. True? Yes, and Rukasu, for those that don't know, very positive on My Hero Academia, which is, you know, fair. He can do whatever he wants. He gave, again, the most lukewarm criticism imaginable. He was just like, I don't know how I feel about this. 2.5 pages for Shigaraki's conclusion sure is something. And oh my god, dude, people were fucking nasty to him. I remember some guy, some of you guys who are on Twitter too much might remember what I'm talking about. There was some guy who was like, wow, Rukasu, really expected better from you. It's like, is it that serious? Holy shit. At least Rukasu didn't said what Mia did. Rukasu is significantly more well-adjusted than Mia, so yes. Afu, yeah. Yeah, Rukasu was very, very relaxed. He was really not that... He was not angry at all about it whatsoever. And I also reached out to Rukasu and I was like, hey, I don't know if you want to come on stream and talk about you know, because he's being accused of platform irresponsibility and some stupid shit like that. I was like, hey, you want to come on and talk about it? I did not think about this, but of course he did. He was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't because I don't think my voice should be out there because I'm a leaker. And I was like, you know what? That's fair enough. That's my fault, OG. And this is one of the responses that Rukasu got that he sent me. I will stand by my statement. As someone who leaks information, you have a responsibility to act ethically. Sir? Or person? Human? Human being? I believe you may be confused and lost. Bro's lost his mind. This was crazy, man. I leak ethically. Yeah, we got ethical leakers. We got carbon neutral leakers in chat. Thankfully. And then I proceeded to talk to Rukasu about ReZero for the next hour and a half, because that was more important. And because he also owns every volume that is available in Portuguese, so we're best friends now, actually. We decided to stop talking about that My Hero Academia bullshit. At this point, I'm convinced that bullying Bubba's on most people's to-do lists. It probably is, yeah. There's this one guy. His name is Savan. And I'm pretty sure all he does. And I want you guys to know that he does not follow Bubba. But every time Bubba tweets something about Toga, he's there. No matter what. No matter what, he is there. And he will be there to tell Bubba that he's wrong. How do leakers even get the information? So because of the production cycle, he's the new Matt, so I'm pretty sure he is Matt, is the thing. Because he had to, you know, get a new at and new pronouns and new mutuals because he was exposed for saying the N-word. I'm pretty sure it's him, but I digress. The leakers get the information because the stores that carry the magazine need to get the magazine early so that it could be ready to be released on time by Sunday. So the leakers usually have a source that pays somebody in Japan to sneak one of the magazines out and take pictures of it and send it to them. Hello, Alex. Ain't Shueisha after Rukasu? Technically, but he's in Brazil, so he's probably fine. Fuck all that talking, let's discuss Judge Fudge's murder. Do you guys want to read Bubba's manifesto to Judge Fudge? I had just finished recording Shonen and Chill this week. And then I opened Twitter and I saw what Bubba said to Judge Fudge, and I was like, I was in awe. And I read it out loud to Zenrato. And he fucking lost his mind. Let me find it. Bubba won't shut the fuck up, so I have to scroll a lot. Hang on. Oh, sir yaps a lot, dude. Jesus Christ. I can't wait for MHA to end. Not because I'm curious about the ending or that I want to move on, but because I can't wait to see you lose your singular attachment to your meaningless life. To see you clawing around begging for some semblance of attention. I can't wait to see you left completely purposeless with no idea on what you were even born for. I can't wait to see you lose everything that exists in your miserable life and feel lost. And I hope you move on. I hope you can find a series that touches your sad, pathetic heart the way MHA does. I sincerely hope that magic you feel every week can be felt again one day, only for it to be stripped away. I hope you get to watch something you hold dear get torn apart piece by piece, get worse bit by bit, until you can't even recognize what you once loved. I want you to feel what that's like, to feel nothing but apathy and hurt over something you hold so dear to you. Then I want you to think back to who you are. Think back to the miserable piece of shit loser so blinded by his obsession, he lacked any semblance of human emotion. I want you to think back to that version of you and realize you're a horrible fucking person, and that every ounce of bad karma coming your way was wholly entirely deserved. But hey, guess you were a fun antagonist in my story, good loser. Dude, he got 214 on Judge Fudge's head. Holy... Absolutely lit him the fuck up. AFO could never... This was a better... Yeah, this was better than... AFO's entire plotline. Why is Bubba hating on the chapter he co-wrote? He just wants to feel different. This was crazy, man. This was when Bubba started his fucking villain arc, dude. He was going after... This was like a year and a half to maybe even more years of pent-up rage of everyone thinking it's acceptable to bully Bubba. And he finally punched back, dude. I was so proud of him. I was gassing him up the entire time. I was liking his tweets. I would DM him on Discord and be like, keep going. You're doing great. Never stop posting. Did the coward Fudge delete the tweet? Can't find the thread? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that was flames. Bubba's not even that negative there. Bubba, every chapter is like coping. Bubba always has the mask hooked directly up to his fucking face. And I was trying to describe this to someone who was saying that Rukasu used his platform irresponsibly. By quote retweeting this random fucking dude, whatever. And what I said to him is basically, I think at the end of the day, the audience reflects the creator, or the influencer, or whatever you want to call it. Like, obviously you can't control 100% of your audience, but I would say, I would have to imagine that for most of the active people in my community, you know to at least be moderately normal. And if someone says some dumb shit, you either just, like, ignore it, or you just go, like, that's stupid in your mind, and you just keep going. And I don't really think Rukasu has that type of community. Even though I disagree with Rukasu on a lot of things about the story, even though sometimes he posts funny shit like, you know, that one time he hyped up how Star and Stripe was going to be relevant, and then she pointed. Even despite all that, I don't find the use of Rukasu's platform to be irresponsible. He's a positive dude. He doesn't really shit on people for not enjoying My Hero Academia. It's whatever. And I think that that can easily be reflected in the audience that he has cultivated. Because I'm sure he's quote retweeted people in the fucking past, dude. And I'm sure it hasn't led to harassment. I personally disagree with Rukasu in his replies. I was never harassed. Was I ratioed? Yes, because he does have 70,000 followers. That's not harassment, though. That's just people clicking the like button because they follow Rukasu. It's not really a big deal. Did any of Rukasu's following actually go and attack the guy? I don't think so. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody here knows. I don't think so. But they're not willing to apply the same critical thought to the people that harass people like Bubba, or Naya, or Aiden, or Twice Jaeger, or Jay, or both the J's, I guess. And when you have people like this, where it's become normal, it's been normalized or accepted to shit on them because, oh, they're just one of the haters. Oh, you know, they can't read. Oh, they're illiterate. They don't know how to do anything. And the culture surrounding these people shows the consequences of that. A lot of the big accounts currently on My Hero Academia Twitter are accounts that go out of their way looking for fights and to build followings out of dunking on the haters. And if you agree with what I've been saying this entire time, I think chat can infer what kind of community that generates, right? Dream? I don't know. Dude, I'm 26. I'm out of Dream's target audience, bro. The bad MHA takes guy. I might have him blocked. Usually when people make accounts like that, I say they're cringe. I don't remember who it was, but I remember I had a follower like 2 years ago that made an account like that. And I DM'd him and I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you should stop doing this because it's just weird. And it's like borderline harassing people. And he was like, okay, sorry. They have accounts that are dedicated to bullying, harassing others for simply disliking an aspect of a manga and building up positivity. The audience reflects that since they go into bully. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They're building followings and they're cultivating communities that exist to shit on people for not liking MHA. And surprise, surprise, those people go on to shit on people. It's a feedback loop. So even though this community, and I'm sure other communities, get a lot of shit for not liking MHA or, you know, being toxic or whatever, the most we do, we sit back and observe. We sit back, that's it, we just sit back and observe. You must be so happy right now. I'm indifferent. Revival, no, it was not planned. It was an unfortunate coincidence. I am such an observer, man. I hardly quote people to argue. Bubba, you never do. Every Sunday, or I guess Wednesday, whenever leak day is, you're just like, here's what I think will happen next. And here's why Toka's alive. And then fucking Matt, or whatever his new name is, comes in and is like, she died happy. When are we talking about real shonen? I think the ReZero manga is actually considered a seinen, technically, but, I guess we can start. Bro, it's so funny watching people go to Alex's replies and be like, you're always so negative or whatever, and he'd just be like, yeah. What are you gonna do about it? Would it just be isekai? Is isekai technically not a genre? Isekai is a genre. Shonen is not. I talked about this in my Let People Enjoy Things video, and if you guys haven't watched that, my point was, or not my main point, but one of my points was, a lot of people have tied together criticism with inherent negativity, which I don't really, I don't think those things are connected. So like somebody like Alex would be like, this shit sucks. Just to himself, by the way, he's just tweeting. He's not quote retweeting somebody, he's not going to somebody's replies who's positive, he's just tweeting like, that shit was ass. And people are like, oh my god, you're being so negative, you're ruining my enjoyment. It's like, why? Why is that ruining your enjoyment? Why are you so insecure over a fictional series that's ruining your enjoyment? Yeah, Alex, how did it feel to get harassed by someone with such a big platform, but nobody spoke up about it until Rukasu did it? How was the Kagurabachi chapter? I haven't read it yet, I don't know. Bro, big bro, please bro, let me enjoy MHA, please. You kind of open my eyes to how rude people are on the positive side of things. And that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, and I've seen it a lot the past few days as there's been this My Hero Academia Twitter war or whatever, going, well, both sides need to relax. Oh, both sides, but it's never both sides, and it's never been both sides. At no point in fucking human history of media consumption has this been a both sides issue. It's people shitting on something in their own space and people taking it way too seriously. That's what it's always been. And to say otherwise, 99% of the time is fucking cope. And this isn't to say that you can't talk about people's opinions, right? If you see a post on Twitter and you want to talk about it, you can go to your group chat or your Discord server or your Skype group chat or whatever, I don't care. And you can talk about it and you can be like, oh, I don't like this opinion, this is silly. That's not harming anyone, who gives a shit, man? It really only becomes an issue when you go into their space and not even disagree. Disagreeing is fine. But it's when you make a burner account and your username is first name bunch of numbers and you go around to people like that Shiggy is hot person who was getting responses from some clearly burner account calling her a fat bitch. Like, holy shit, man. Bubba did kill my grandma. That's fair.
I got banned by a guy named Skelet was my first offense. About Dark Routes Discord name Lost Peace are the only Ray0 Discord. I apologize.
Who? Yeah, what'd you say? It's kind of hard to do this when I'm on stream because it turns on streamer mode and I can't see any of the usernames. I'm gonna post a link in chat for the person that donated. Go to that link. That's the unban form. You can go ahead and do whatever you want to do there. Yeah, sorry, I don't know the situation. I don't know what to tell you. But if you send this thing there, I can take a look. I got banned for my opinion on MHA pairings. From my Discord? I don't think that's true. You read the new chapter? I mean, I've read it, but I haven't read it on stream yet. I will eventually, don't worry. Like I said when I quoted that one Glazer that was crying about not being able to enjoy stuff, they tie their self-worth and intelligence to the series itself. And I mean, yeah. I mean, clearly I agree with this because I've spoken about this at length, right? In my talent versus hard work and let people enjoy things videos, right? So I obviously agree with that. That's cap. I would have been banned 10 times if MHA pairings were an offense. You probably got memed, bro. Remember chat, when he starts to read the chapter, we all leave. So it seems. Video pause. Continue watching? Yes. God damn it. I think there was a general mean trend when the X is absolute garbage and here's why video were popping off on YouTube, but that was years ago now, and I haven't seen anything like it since. Maybe, yeah. There's a Discord? Bro is lost? Someone put 10k on Deku? I know. How long has that been going on? Like, I think if you have been surrounding your personality with the series, and specifically online for like years, your ability to think critically is probably fucked. I mean, the manga's been going since 2014. The anime started in 2016. I didn't get a link. Let me try again. Been an MHA lifestyler since 2019? Well, you might be a little bit more normal these days anyway, lol. Did you guys talk about what happened with Bubba on Twitter? Yes. Yes, we did. Bubba dunked on them. And by the way, I think it's a pretty normal, like, life thing to get too attached to, like, a piece of media these days. I think that's pretty normal. So if you did that at some point, or if you're doing it now, it's not unusual. It's, like I said, it's probably pretty normal. Not that it's a good thing that it's normal, but it's probably pretty normal. Simply change and grow as a person. I'm in Bowser's castle. You tell me where that bitch-ass lizard is. Man, I miss Sun Eater. World's first mention of that. Think we should make it a thing to respond to dumb responses to criticism on Twitter with biblical takedowns like the one Bubba did? Here's the thing though, man. Not everyone's got the sauce like Bubba. Alright? There have been people that have tried to emulate the sauce, but it doesn't work. Yeah, I've seen Bubba get called a lot of slurs in the past 2 days. Are you gonna do any more reaction streams like you did around last year, I think? I mean, never say never. I just try not to do reaction stuff too much because a lot of people don't like reaction stuff. How many chapters do you think are left in the MHA manga at this point? 11. 11 chapters, probably. What are your thoughts on Ben 10? I don't have any. I have not watched it since I was a literal child. Opinions on recent JJK chapter. Gege has the chance to do the funniest thing. Two chapters is crazy, by the way. You have to keep in mind that this chapter is the start of volume 42. So that would make it the world's smallest volume. Just a booklet at that point, yeah. It's only the start if we assume the usual volume length for the last two. That is true, yeah, but I mean, we have no reason not to at the moment. I'm pretty sure we would also get an announcement that, like, MHA is ending in X amount of chapters, or something like that. So I believe Mashal got the same thing, right? I haven't seen a series organically end in Weekly Shonen Jump for a while. But I believe that's what Mashal had. Chat, I'm actually Kohei Horikoshi. The My Hero Academia manga is going to end in about 3 Twitter sketches. Okay. So we have a few months. How much are we betting that Deku gets his quirks back next chapter? Look, chat. For those that don't know, I am working on a Discord bot that allows you to accrue a currency and then bet on predictions and stuff. There will be a bet for this, I'm sure, if I can finish it in time. I'm not very good at C#, so I'm trying my best. And also, Discord bots use multi-threading, which I'm not familiar with, so I'm learning as best as I can. But I just started today. I just started really working on it today. And I already got the point accrual. Ugh, it's like my eye, fuck. I got that working, and then you can check your balance. I just need to make it so it saves the points to like a JSON file. Because right now they're just stored in memory, so if the bot shuts down, everything gets wiped. If you're interested in that, you should make sure you're in the Discord, gang. Because it'll be used for more than MHA, of course. Betting on Deku having a nice 9 to 5. I need to figure out the JSON. I know how JSON works because I used it for a game I made once. I just need to figure out how it works with C#, and then I can get the points saved. And then after that, I have to figure out the implementation for the bets, which will probably be the hardest part, but I'll try. Smile. Can you add a thing where I get 5 extra points every time someone mentions Satella? Interesting. I think you meant asynchronous communication, not multi-threading. I thought it was multi-threading. A life of gambling always comes with risk, not when the points are imaginary. Shall we do a poll? Shall we do a poll, chat? How many people think... Ask a question. Will Deku get his quirks back next chapter? Yes, no. And what are you guys talking about so far? Just Twitter. Whoops, I accidentally added an option. Get rid of that. I think it's poetic if he ended up quirkless. Take this guy's fucking ink and quill away from him, bro. He should not be writing poems. Almost 70% of people think that he's getting his quirks back next chapter. Wow. I guess we'll see, man. I guess we'll see. What do you personally think? I have no opinion, man. I have nothing. There's no prediction in my brain. I think a chapter of My Hero Academia will release. If Deku somehow doesn't get OFA back by the end of the series, I'll donate $50. Can someone screenshot that and post that in the manga chat, please? I would like to change my prediction now. What do you think of the chapter? Well, I haven't read it on stream yet, but my answer is already that it's dog shit. But we'll get to that in a bit. Did I miss the stream? No. Ending the poll. %66% of people said that Deku will get it back next chapter. Can we get Zorbus on the poll? Interesting. Was there ever a reason given why AFO's doctor guy was Deku's childhood doctor? Mostly because he operated in a lot of hospitals. That's how we had access to, like, bodies and shit. And vessels. Why does Deku have green hair? Bad luck. Horikoshi's never addressing the Quirk singularity MHA society is cooked. Yeah, apparently part of the answer was that Shigaraki could grow a lot of hands or meat. It's kind of weird. Look at me, I can handle a lot of quirks now because I can grow meat. Chat, will we see Deku's dad? Oh, dude, I really need to get the bot set up. I'll try my best to get it up before the next chapter. I don't know if I will, because I have no clue what I'm doing, by the way, but... Holy shit. The Deku's dad bet. We need that one. Try setting it up on stream? That is a terrible idea. The president breathing fire next chapter. Yeah, he just fucks off and becomes the president of the United States. Dad, is that how you could afford everything? It's because you were being paid by so many corporations to do their bidding? That's right, son. That's how I paid your rent. Wasn't it funny to see how a lot of people switched about Shigaraki dying when he died in this chapter? Yes. Yes, it was. Deku had that American blood in him, that's why All Might chose him. He felt it. It wasn't about his heroism. There was a twinge in his mind that made him think there's a reason behind all of this. You saw the All Might and Deadpool manga? Yeah, I saw it a long time ago. Horikoshi, if you hear me, please. Please give Deku his quirk back now. Or wait, what was the bet again? I already forgot. Hang on. Let me go back and look at. Whatever the bet was, do the one that makes me win. Okay, don't give him one for all. I just looked at it. I looked at the screenshot. If Deku is American and heroes are cops, that's why Deku killed Shiggy? Yeah. MHA volume cover tier list win? I mean, that could be fun. Throwback to 295. I don't know how many of you guys were in this community when 295 dropped. But, damn. That was, MHA fans were fighting for their fucking lives. And now that he just one-shot Shigaraki, everyone's like, oh yeah, it was always gonna happen. Is there actually a reason why Deku's dad hasn't visited his son? He just sucks, I guess? I don't know. I think I finally realized that you just legitimately can't discuss with some people because they'll just push your criticisms off as reading comprehension devil or no media literacy BS. Yeah, it's true. Is Dabi alive? Guess we'll find out soon. I feel like there's so much interesting writing that you could do with Deku's dad. But I guess Hori had no desire to do that. Unfortunately. Thoughts on if Tenko gets to live in Izuku's head as a vestige? It's very cruel. Like, hey, I killed you, and now you have to live in my head, and now you have to watch me live the life that you never get to. Get fucked. I'm saving you, by the way. If Dobby's alive, he'll look like the old lady from the SpongeBob Chocolate episode. True. Arm saving his soul. True. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Shigaraki getting one-tapped has done irreversible damage to the Toga as a live cope. I didn't know it was gonna go down like that, you know? Chat, can we get Zorbus to spin the other way? No, this is a video that plays, actually. Oh my god. It's possible she's alive. I mean, maybe. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but, you know. That Shigaraki got punched once and died instantly. So. Because I remember all of the speculation. Do people actually want Toga to be alive? Yes, actually. It's a good thing. I remember all the speculation when the Midoriya Rising chapter dropped, and it was like this really powerful black flash punch or whatever. I remember everyone was like, alright, here we go. We're going into the Vestige Realm, round 2, that we're gonna finish up this conflict. And then next chapter drops, and he's just dead. Like, oh. I see. Deku's final smash was a punch and not a kick. Why? Because shoot style has not mattered for like 4 years. What tier is Gran Torino now? The world is not ready for that conversation. The world is not ready for that conversation. Why is Izuku so calm? He don't give a fuck. Let's think about what Deku did to save Shigaraki. He beat the shit out of him. He went into the fake dreams, the fake memories, and then lost his arms, and then killed him. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Not only that, Deku caused AFO to come back and erase Shiggy. Yeah, Kudo needs to be executed, I think. Kudo, like, unironically fumbled the entire bag. Are there any characters in Act 3 who haven't been ruined yet? I don't think Shoto has been ruined. Or Endeavor or Dabi. Missed the reading? No, you haven't, don't worry. It's just everyone wants to talk about it, so it's impossible to dance around it, you know? Oh yeah, Gentle and Brava too, of course, yes. Uraraka, possibly. We don't know yet, chat. Ochako is in a state of limbo, okay? Hello, rereader. Fact, Kudo was actually simping so hard for AFO he sacrificed all the vestiges in Deku just to be with him. True. Having a lot of allergies right now, chat. Times are tough. Name 3 A-tier MHA characters, they don't exist. They do not exist. How could she be ruined with so little time left? If Toga is dead, Ochako sucks, yeah. Bro, just say 9? Zorbus is dreaming. He's spazzing out a little bit and spreading his fingers. Who would you say fell off the most in Act 3 aside from AFO? Probably All Might. Or Deku. Either one. Chat, who's stronger, Zorbus or Deku? Zorbus. Deku has no quirk, so has to make another poll. Like the episode of the podcast. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll make the second one eventually. What do you think the chances of Toga actually being dead are? Floating box, I'm glad you asked that, because last chapter is Yuka Midoriya Rising, when it had the little stupid All Might panel where he was like, you gotta have the whole victory, right?
I hate all the past OFA users. They are awful.
It's true. I like Nana still, but yeah, and kind of Banjo. My thoughts on Toga being alive before this chapter were honestly 99.9%. Hori was starting to hammer home a little too explicitly. But then he had Shigaraki die in one hit, so now I don't know. Biggest fall off was Mirio. Interesting. Yeah, Nana and Banjo are good. Thoughts on Sero? Yep. They told me that perfect victory doesn't include the villain surviving. Well, they're just dumb. I don't know what to tell you. Bakugo is dog shit? True. Nana took a genuine severe hit after this chapter that she might be lowered drastically. Yeah. Silly music just started. Does it mean it's time for the MHA reading? It's only been an hour and 10 minutes. The new thing is to stream for 3 hours, then read the chapter in 5 minutes, and then end it. Chihiro could have saved Shigaraki. I'm glad somebody was brave enough to say it. Alex, you should tweet that, by the way. Very efficient stream strategy and schedule. Thank you. Did I miss the chapter or no? What are the chances of Tomer giving Deku a quirk with that fist bump? I think it's somewhat likely. I think it's like 50%. There's a part of me that thinks that that panel was shown very explicitly. But then there's also the dialogue bubble just after where Shigaraki's like, I couldn't even decay your hands, so I think that might be referring to that, but I'm not sure. This is an acid stream. We yapping this motherfucker. Take your sensitive ass back to Twitter Spaces. It's because he gave him decay. I'm telling you, Bubba. Why would Deku get decay? That's what I don't grasp. Is why would he give him decay, and why would Deku have decay? If you're gonna say it's to recontextualize the power used for killing it, ReZero did it better. I think the hand thing was talking about when Deku lost him in the Vestige World. Well, then he's wrong, because he did. How can he transfer quirks if it's not through his palms? He can't. That's why Bubba's coping. That's why it's possible he gave him back one for all. It's because there was that blood splat. What if Horikoshi's just trying to make a worse version of ReZero? He already did, so... yeah. Does it mean he ate some of Shiggy's blood? No, I'll show you guys when I read the chapter. There's like a bunch of blood splurting around when they fist bump. And if Shiggy wanted to, he could have just said, I transfer my silly quirk. Can you speak louder? The voices inside my head are turning up. Sorry, man. I'll speak louder. Alex is fucking tweaking, bro. Well, what if it's like this? Yoichi's little twink vestige orb was in between them. Yoichi's original pass-on quirks mixed with decay to pass decay on. Bubba, read your message back. Out loud. Don't read it in your head. I want you to read it out loud with your voice. Right now in your room. I always read what I say out loud. Then I don't understand how you could type it. You should make a video explaining what a deuteragonist is. Chat. I want you guys to be honest with me. Does anybody give a fuck about what a deuteragonist is? like unironically, does anyone care? Because I think the answer is no. No, no, nope, no actually, no, not really. Who? No. Nope. Yeah, that's the primary issue with the deuteragonist video, is that no one cares. Show the stream notification if you talked about the chapter yet? No. What the fuck are the US heroes supposed to do now? They're just supposed to show up after everything's already been built. Actually, guys, did you know that you can save someone by killing them? Sometimes there's no better release than death, guys, so next time your suicidal friend comes to you for help, say, have you ever thought about just killing yourself? That's the type of shit that MHA fans are on right now, bro. Do not let MHA fans near depressed individuals. Do not let them near anybody. Do you think they're gonna die too? It's hard to say, man. I don't know. Hori's doing whatever the fuck he wants. Can we get Zorbus in a maid dress? Alright, man. Did you read the amazing, incredible chapter yet? No. Soon. Don't worry, chat. I can help you figure out why so many MHA fans think this. Are you ready? They're Americans. And all they know of the justice system is to put them in prison or kill them. That's all they know. Can we get a pic of Zorbus? Absolutely. Allow me to pull one up right now. There you go. He has dandruff. He really does. And I don't know why. But look at him. So silly. He's gazing. Yeah, that was him looking out the window. He looks so sophisticated, he's not. I want to argue that point, but I just can't. I know. Have you ever considered getting Zorbus that low taper fade? I have. 9 times out of 10, you see somebody on Twitter saying the villains need to die or something. Go to their profile. They're American. Okay? Almost every time. I'm not going to say every time, because that would be disingenuous, but almost every time, they're going to be an American. If they don't have their location in their bio, ask them, hey, where are you from? And they'll be like, Wisconsin? And you'll be like, yep, there it is. That's why you like killing people. It's because you're from Wisconsin. You can't help it. You were born bad, just like MHA always says. Do you think Zorbus would be an AFO supporter? I don't think he knows how to support anything. Was arguing with someone until like 3 in the morning about MHA being realistic with its government and consequences. Huh? Why was that girl who drinks tweet tea for intelligence not spotlighted at all? Because she was a filler episode character. So Hori definitely does not remember her. Does Rudy deserve the death penalty? No. Nobody does. He's a fucking shit human being, though. A lot of people think it's a gotcha when I say that I'm anti-death penalty, especially the MHA fans. And they're always, every time they're like, well, if somebody killed your family, you'd want them dead. First of all, I don't think I would, because I have pretty consistent morals, I like to think. Second of all, I'm not the government. That's the main difference, is I'm not the government. I'm a dude. So even if I did, which I don't think I would, but even if I did, it doesn't really matter, because not really using that to make sweeping policy decisions. What would you do with Rudy Gray then? He needs all the help he can get. The death penalty is inhumane, it's still being in effect is beyond me? Yeah, I know. Making up a theoretical scenario where you are at your worst to try and justify your position on government execution is insane, actually? Yes. He was saying Shigaraki living would stop societal change because people would be afraid of him? Okay. I don't think... there are serial killers in prison right now. And I don't think people are like, oh, shiver me timbers! What if he permeates through the wall like Mirio and fucking stabs me to death? How did Horikoshi watch No Way Home and still make this ending? That's a great question. There's also a big straw man that if you don't think that they should be executed, then you think that they should just be like on the streets, like nothing happened. Which is nobody's position, probably. Maybe except for Alex. I guess rehabilitation isn't a thing. Not to MHA fans, it seems. Horikoshi sat down in the theater and watched No Way Home. He watched Spider-Man not kill the villains. And he was like, this sucks. Why didn't he just fucking stab them? Even if you take your real life ideology out of the equation, it would be weird to backpedal all that setup from people. Yes, that's is also true. These people simply don't believe in reformative justice. Even if they get rehab, they still are bound to life in a cell. I would like to reiterate, they're Americans, okay? They can't be rehabilitated, not after killing so many people. Source, please. Because it sounds like a headcanon. Rehabilitation is okay only if what the villain did wasn't actually too bad. I don't know if you're saying that as a joke or if that's your opinion, but also that is incorrect. Everyone, every single human being on this planet should have a chance to be better. A joke? Okay. I thought there was a chance, but just in case. I'm not saying that they can't be rehabilitated, more so that you can't let them walk free after that much killing. Well, there's the thing, is that you're conflating, you're painting it as a zero-sum game. Is that the correct term? Or I think a more accurate one would be false dichotomy. Because it's not one or the other. Look, man, my crazy hot take is that killing people is bad. And that includes killing people who kill people. Batman writers in the 80s understood rehabilitative justice better than MHA fans in 2024? Yeah. So it seems. I love seeing the good in people and hoping for change. Dude, the human spirit is so badass. Rehabilitation doesn't mean you don't suffer consequences. Exactly, yes. Acid has no enemies. Alright, well, slow down, alright? Even outside of not thinking killing people is bad, giving the government the ability to just kill people is not good. And notably does not work currently. And its current implementation does not work. I like the series. I'm happy you do. Don't worry, guys. The series will eventually get better. Thank you, Shadow. I don't care what the fandom says. Good. You shouldn't. If you enjoy something, you should just go enjoy it. And I think it's valid to consider other people's opinions, but, you know, you don't have to. I guess in retrospect, what element of Hero Society do you think was handled the best in terms of commentary? Probably something like Lady Nagant's. I feel like I liked Lady Nagant's implementation because it kind of had this underlying sentiment of like the government breeding villains to maintain itself because it's economically viable. I think the rehab thing is even crazier when none of the villains trio graduated from middle school. Not wrong. You're not wrong. My thoughts on the JJK chapter, without spoiling people, is Gege has the chance to do the funniest thing. Does that person still get a chance, even though the amount and type of the crime the person has done? I think they should, yes. I mean, at some point, right, you have to... There is a certain point where you have to accept with somebody that they're probably never going to walk the streets again, but, like... I don't think that means that their life has to be taken. Dupe dope, I agree, yes. Shiggy's birth was a part of Ava's plan, motherfucker had no chance. Yeah, I don't really understand. I don't understand, dude. Like... I wonder how much public sentiment would be different if Aoyama led to the death of one person. You know what I mean? Like, if Aoyama's actions got one person killed. Which, I mean, if you really want to domino effect it, technically, POW happened, which wouldn't be able to happen without all this stuff prior. But Aoyama is a good guy, so he gets off. I think part of the issue is people equate rehab with forgiveness redemption when that isn't the case. That's true too, as well. Essentially, for example, someone like Muscular isn't going to necessarily get killed, but he's going to be locked up probably for the rest of his life since he's been pretty clear that he won't change. I think someone like Muscular should be given the opportunity, the tools, to form a new life. If he does not take those tools, there is nothing we can do for him, but he should have the opportunity. No, the Stars and Stripe thing won't matter because the Quirk got destroyed or whatever. It's what I said, it becomes a very disingenuous idea of saving villains when Aoyama, Gento, and Nagant are all hero course dropouts or ex-heroes. Yeah, exactly. And Nagant has killed people, but why is nobody calling for Nagant's head? That's what I don't understand. Nagant killed people. She killed a lot of people. But now she's good. Shigaraki killed people. He killed a lot of people. But he deserves to die. And you could say, well, he doesn't want to change. Well, how do we know? Because Deku didn't do a fucking thing, man. Why does this livestream become a political version of us? Start shitting on the bad Japanese comic. Nagant probably has a higher body count than Dabi. She definitely has a higher body count than Toga, who is apparently the incarnation of evil and has genocided 3 billion people. Earlier today, I saw a Nagant profile picture say there's no way Toga can walk the streets after how many she's killed. Interesting. Because Nagant's killings were ordered by the government, so they're legal. Honestly, João Madre, you are probably correct. That is probably what they think. Now that you say that, you are probably correct. That is what they think. It was legal, so it was good. Like, how many people did Toga kill? Maybe, like... You could probably count them on one finger, to be honest with you. Or, not one finger, fuck me. One hand, to be honest with you. Their argument is that Nagant did good at some point in her life, so that balances out the bad she did. And since Shiggy/Toga didn't do any good, they don't deserve to be saved. I mean, Nagant killed a lot of people. I would have to ask them how much. What's the scale? Is like one good deed equal to one murder, or like, what are we doing? I got more bodies than Toga. Okay. Other than the MLA guys, Toga has 2 confirmed kills on screen. A string of murders is all else we know. So it's probably like 5. It's between like 5 to 8. Picking up something someone dropped and giving it to them equals 1 murder. Fair enough, fair enough. It's fine because Nagant killed the bad guys. Fair enough, fair enough. The counter to that is that the villains could do good later, unlikely as it is. Well, now they don't get the chance to because they've been murdered. Yeah, like, it's very strange that all these people on Twitter are very conveniently ignoring Nagant. Who is like, oh, but she's hot though, so I guess she can just go kill more people or something, I don't know. Also, yes, the League of Villains killed the CRC. That's gotta make up for at least, like, 5 people killed, okay? Remember in USJ where Shigaraki said heroes use violence just like villains do? Yes. I have talked about that in one of my videos, I don't remember what, but this is the monopolization of violence. It's an actual political term. It's a term actually used in political philosophy that you can look up right now. The monopoly on violence. Shigaraki accidentally posted leftist rhetoric. I don't think he meant it because I think he's stupid, but... Every time Bubba makes a good point on Twitter, I see people being like, here goes the group chat again. I remind you all that the group chat is quite literally a public Discord server that the link is in the bio of every single video I've ever made. And also, I've seen people get accused of being in the group chat that do not use the Discord server. The state has the monopoly on violence, which is why some anarchists exist? Yes. Exactly. That's why I exist. Dropped an S-tier villain speech and I'm still just an S-Wrath GC pawn. It's because you're a mod, bro. On which side of the political spectrum would Shigaraki be? I don't think he knows what politics are. The irony in the GC complaint is that you know that they absolutely have one. They do. I've been in them before. Not the one specifically with John Apple in them, but like, I've been in these group chats before where they lob bad takes and shit on them. Decker just wants to personally be the guy that gets to kill people. At this point, dude, maybe. I don't know. Shigaraki never graduated from picture books. You know they have a GC because it's the only way these 0-follower burner accounts would find my tweets moments after I tweet without following. True. I don't recommend you guys keep getting into these conversations with these people on Twitter, but if you do, because I know you guys can't fucking help yourselves, if you get into this conversation, I want you to just ask, what about Lady Nagant? Why does she not deserve death? If they say that she does, then you know what? At least they're consistent. If they come up with some excuse, then they're dumb, unfortunately. What else would I do if I wasn't terminally online? I know. I can't help you, unfortunately. I had one guy say Nagansha died to a dumb take, but I respect the consistency. Yes, at least they're consistent, okay? What about Hawks? Why does he not deserve death? Well, with Hawks, they'll just be like, well, Twice was going to kill a lot of people, because that's been the common talking point. And I understand why people would come to that conclusion. Because with that one, you have to think a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Have you watched Dungeon Meshi? I'm 3 episodes in. It's cute. I want to watch more, but I'm really bad at consuming. Do you think Deca will change society? No. Probably not. How would the rehabilitation work here with all the corruption of the HPSC still pulling the strings? Well, that's the thing, is that that has to change, but I don't have faith in Horikoshi changing it. It's just a special occasion. Did Twice even kill that many people? A few, probably, yeah. Difference is Nagant killed for the greater good, or at least her perceived version of that, while Toga or Shiggy killed purely for personal enjoyment. I think it's a weird twist to say that they killed for enjoyment. So I don't really think that's what it was about. I think it's a really one-dimensional and surface-level way to view what they're doing. And again, killing people is bad. Them killing people is bad. But I don't really think that they're killing people for fun. The most you have with that is like muscular. Maybe moonfish. Yeah, in Shiggy's eyes it was for the greater good and are justified, yes. Moonfish was on death row, yes. Do you think the upper suicide jump will want / force a continuation of MHA? I don't know. Do you think that one guy who used to team with Shiggy on LoL would be saddened to see him not log in for any more years down the line? Maybe. Unfortunately, he was a mostly solo player, well, you know. I think a lot of MHA fans would benefit from taking a sociology class, at least once, to understand the concept, right? To understand how all of these social pressures, all of these policies, and all this kind of stuff impacts criminality. There are very few people in the real world, not to say that they don't exist, but there are very few people in the world who kill specifically for the sake of killing. It's almost never that. A lot of people turn to crime because they have been given no other option. People don't like doing bad things, believe it or not. Somebody like Toga isn't going around killing because, oh my god, this is awesome. We should do this more often, guys. Toga is killing because she feels like her back has been against a wall. She feels like she's had no other option in life. There are no social systems designed with her in mind. There is no facet of hero society that is designed for somebody like her with a quirk that is considered taboo. So the only option she has left is to turn to criminality because there is no place for her in this world. Or at least that's what she feels like. And that's why they fight to change society. Even though their way of doing it is wrong, in their mind, that's what they're doing. Toga wants to help create a society that allows people like her to exist. And then she dies, allegedly. And what message does that send? Having the girl who was abused by her parents, who was rejected because of her quirk, who was thrown into half-assed court counseling, to then try and fight to change the world, and the answer at the end of the day is that this place, there will never be a place for you and you should die. And this is the fundamental crux of the work of Durkheim, who was a French sociologist. I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I believe he is considered basically like the father of sociology as like a school of like a soft science. And he, for his time, uniquely identified that crime can show you what is going wrong with society. Crime serves the function of determining what is currently ongoing to these people. At the time of his existence, it was very frequent to look at crime and be like, okay, well, these people are doing this thing, we should hit them really hard with hammers and kill them. But Durkheim was like, hey, why are they doing these things, though? And so far, you will find absolutely no characters in My Hero Academia except for partially Ochako going, the reason that this happened is because of systemic social failings, economic failings that led you right to this point in your life. You get Mirio going like, oh, I get it, you don't have any friends. You get Deku telling AFO in this chapter, you're just a lonely man. I think Shoto versus Dabi kind of skirts by that one because I think their thing is more of like a personal circumstance. I think it's okay that that fight didn't really dive into like the social conditions that led to it. But the rest needed it, I think. Have you considered that the villains are evil? That's true. That's true. Not most of these villains cannot actually be reformed. It's not that simple in real life. Okay, well, first of all, it's not real life. Second of all, how do you know? Because now they're dead. Thing is, if Toga lives, the reason is not because of socioeconomic reasons, but simply because the majority of the audience does not want her to die. What? Hawks telling twice he was unlucky when both of them lacked safety nets and just joined opposing factions that have a drive to be useful. See, if Hori actually went into that, that would have been really interesting. If we recognize that Hawks was wrong, of course. No way she's dead, right? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Literally a psychology student, it's not easy to rehabilitate people, but we still fucking try instead of just throwing our hands in the air and going, fuck it, it's hard. Yes. Good point, however, AFO is no valid reason other than being a dick. I think that's incorrect now, yes. I think we know that's not true anymore. Retrospective is gonna be fun, man. In more fun news is that I'm probably gonna start recording that soon. We're getting there. We're getting to the point where the retrospective will be an actual video instead of a script that's been sitting in my Google Drive for the past 8 months. I agree with that guy on Tube. Hero saving the villains, it's been really half-assed, yeah. Or he plays JRPGs about taking down the system and it gets him heated. Show us the script now. Have you got any estimation on how long the retrospective is when it's finished? Currently, it's about 2 hours long, and I haven't really gotten into Deco vs. Shigaraki yet. So, longer than 2 hours. Maybe 2.5. I don't want to say it'll push to 3, but you never know. I can leak the script. He literally can, by the way. He can leak the script. He shouldn't do it, but he has the capability to do it. Bubba gave me some good notes on the Final War. I couldn't deal with any more lashings. I plan to record the intro of it, maybe like tomorrow, and then work on that. And then next week, I want to finalize the villain hunt section and then record that and stuff like that. Do you have all the stupid moments written down somewhere? God, no. That would have been useful, but it would have been very hard to keep up. Chad, it's been 2 hours. Is it time to read the chapter finally and actually talk about the things that happen in it? Is it finally time to look at it panel by panel? How long do you usually spend on a normal video script writing to post? I spend like an hour. It depends on the complexity of the video. For like a simple video, like the 10-minuters, it'll be like an hour or two of outlining. For the more complex ones, like the politics and anime video I'm kind of working on in the background, that was like 6 to 8 hours of outlining. So I get my points in order, I get my sources in order. And then script writing can take anywhere between a few hours to like a process that takes me like multiple days. Recording it, I usually do in like an hour. I don't really fuck up my recording that often. And then the editing is usually a few days. Usually because I'm also working on other stuff. Chat wants me to keep yapping. That's crazy. We've already been talking about it. Might as well read the damn thing. I mean, yeah. Oh my god, there was a new MHA episode. I forgot about it. Holy shit. I forgot episode 3 aired. It was good, I guess. The direction was good, yes. It was very well directed. It was a good adaptation. That makes me so mad. 'Cause that shit sucks. That shit's stinky, man. I just remember we still have a 4th MHA movie. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not super excited to have to talk about that in the retrospective, but what can you do, you know? What do you think about the Yuzakura anime adaptation so far? It feels really awkward to me sometimes. Like, there are some parts that are really good, some shots linger way too long, some of the action is really stiff, I don't know. It's crazy to watch season 7 because I'm like reliving the worst moments of this manga. I mean, not even the worst anymore, but you guys know what I mean. I'm reliving the moments that apparently tanked my reputation in this community. D-Ray JJK, yeah. Reliving the downfall live, yeah, basically. It's gonna be so crazy to get to the war, man. Do we know the plot of the movie? Yeah, there's like a fake All Might, and he's like really mad about something, probably. Over 1K on the new video in under 5 hours, not too shabby. Yeah, it's about to hit 2K. Would you have preferred the Heroes Rising ending? I'm not gonna say because I don't know the true ending yet. Tarukumaito. True. Heroes Rising top 3 endings of all of fiction. Interesting. Write this down, chat. It's just it's been crazy to me to think that MHA is probably over in 11 chapters, otherwise known as 22 weeks. What's Hori been? He's been doing like 3 chapters in a break or something like that. He's been on like a pretty good streak. So 26th of May, there's no chapter. So June 2nd, 1 chapter. 9th, 2 chapter, 3 chapter on June 16th. Let's imagine he takes a break on the 23rd. 30th has a chapter. 7th has a chapter. 14th has a chapter. Takes a break on the 21st. 28th is a chapter. And then the 4th, and then the 11th, 18th has a break. 25th has a chapter. So the final chapter could drop on September 1st. Maybe. You think 11? I mean, yeah, if we go off the amount of chapters that are left for a volume. The earliest MHA could end, and I have this pinned in the leaks chat because I want to keep track of it. If the 11 chapters allegations are true, the earliest it ends is August 11th. It's probably not going to end on August 11th, but that's the earliest it can end. Jump as a whole takes a break at the start of August, usually for some holiday. Okay, well, you could probably add 1 week to that then. My date was August 11th. Just make it August 18th. Or something like that. Let me update it now. If everyone who is posting about 4 more chapters is correct, which they're probably not going to be, but it's not impossible, I guess, it would end June 23rd. So, I think Season 7 ends around middle of September. That's basically going to be the tentative retrospective release date. It's going to be the middle of September, somewhere around there. Which is around... Oh, wait, no, because it's 21 episodes, right? Shit. We're on episode 3 now. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's like September 14th. September 14th is like the tentative release date for the retrospective, probably. Somewhere around there. Where's the 11 chapters thing coming from? The length of a volume? Yes. Because Midoriya Rising should have ended the last volume, volume 41, and this chapter should have started, which is crazy, by the way. This chapter starts volume 42. Which is most likely the last one. Would you ever read another Horikoshi manga? No. What ranking would you give it? MHA? Like a 2? How would you feel if Hori did ReZero Arc 7 and 8 manga adaptation? We would be saved as a country. Final chapter on July 7th for the anniversary? That would be ambitious. When are we getting the character tier list? Soon, probably. What manga would you follow after MHA? Kagurabachi, baby. And whatever else Zenrato has me read. Do you think Horikoshi should instead just draw manga instead of writing it? Yes. We still have a costume tier list? Yeah. Yeah. ReZero says that Season 3 will save many of you, okay? Just 5 months, okay? You guys can make it. Do you think Hori or editorial is mostly to blame for MHA's downfall? I think Hori is mostly to blame for MHA's downfall. I think blaming it on editorial is understandable cope. I understand why it happens, but it's cope. Is it a volume like 10 chapters? I think it's like 12. Depending on page count. Maybe I should try to watch ReZero? True. You should. Most likely, more likely than not, this is the last volume at the very least. We are in the end game, regardless. Just watched your hero villain dynamic video. It was so good. I'm glad you liked it. What would the volume cover look like? Hopefully it's just like nothing. Just like a white cover with nothing on it. It represents the vestige realm, guys. He was urged to make some drastic changes by his editor, I hear. What changes? Did we go over the chapter? Technically, no. I wonder how the final leak night will be like. Guys, should I go live on the final leak night? I know except for one time, I go live on Sunday. But should I go live on the final leak night? We're killing ourselves live. Well, I'm not. I'm not familiar with your schedule, Zenrado. If there is one, will you do another pod with him? We recorded one a couple days ago. I think on Thursday. I don't know when it's out. He works on it, not me. And then the next one will be recorded in 2 weeks. Or I guess like a week and a half at this point. What about this, chat? Because I see a couple of mixed... It's mostly yeses, but for the no's in chat, what if I just did 2? What if I did one on leak night and on the actual official release? Would that be sufficient? Ocean Man return a one-time thing? Probably. I'll watch both eventually. See? Luce, you're getting double the content. Isn't that fucking badass? Speaking of double the content, there's a members-only podcast. Don't forget, guys. It's available to all tiers. Who are your top 5 characters of MHA before and after Act 3? Before, I would have to think too hard. For after, it's like Ochako, Toga, maybe. They're tentative. Shoto, Endeavor, and Dabi, I guess. You'd be hard-pressed to find things to talk about covering the same chapter 2 streams in a row. Buddy. He lacks the critical information. The MHA Leaks chat was yapping about the same chapter for 4 days in a row. Why does my skin hurt? Chat, is this fine? 90% of the stream is literally not about the chapter. True. Jay is correct. On the leak night, we can just talk about the chapter. On Sunday, we could talk about the discourse that is inevitable, okay? We could save the discourse for Sunday. I still don't like the whitewashing of Endeavor's actions. Yeah, neither do I. Unfortunately. The leaks chat talks about the chapter it leaks and then again in the official channel. Yeah, the leak chatters get everything out in the leaks channel, and then when Sunday comes, they get to repeat everything. To all the people who don't peruse the leaks channel. No Hawks? At least Hori did not have time to ruin him? Interesting. Hawks kind of sucks, honestly. Deku working with Endeavor while hating Overhaul for being an abuser is hilarious. Well, you see, Endeavor is on the government's payroll. So he's chill. Prime Minister told Endeavor to hit Shoto. Shinzo Abe came down and he was like, Endeavor, I know I told you to have kids, but you gotta beat the shit out of them, please. Generational trauma is foundational. All Might not caring about the Dabi reveal is a shame. All Might not caring about anything that was revealed about society is a big shame. All Might having nothing to say about the HPSC's actions during his tenure, kind of insane. All Might having nothing to say about his contemporary beating the fucking shit out of his children, kind of insane. And buying his wife, by the way. This season's probably ending on 386, right? Yeah, probably somewhere around there. I agree. He does not suck more than All Might, All for One, Bakugo, Midoriya, or Gran Torino. Probably. I'd have to think about it, but you're probably right. What was the point in the We Are Here scene if more than half of them did nothing aside from say one line? Themes. Yes, you are correct. Till the very end, Shigaraki had not a single thing to say about Twice's death. Not a word. Not a whimper. Nothing. Hey, they just said they were there. Didn't say they were going to do anything. That's, you know what, man? Fair enough. You still haven't read the chapter? No. I remember all the people after Villain Hunt were like, you guys just need to be patient. It's a weekly series. Of course he hasn't said anything about Twice yet. Just let him cook. It's been 3 years. Have you read it before? I've read it before, yeah. The background OC is amazing. What is it? It's been playing the Ocarina of Time OC this entire time. You guys know when like you're playing with something? I like to play with my pen. I just dropped it and like I need to end it all right now. I got it. We're back. We are so back. If Shigaraki is dead and literally only says one single line without Spinner, about Spinner, I would just feel so robbed, man. True. Do you play any roguelike, specifically Slay the Spire? Yeah, I like Slay the Spire. How many hours do I have in it? Let me see. I have 154 hours in Slay the Spire. I haven't played it in 2 years, but I like it. I also like Darkest Dungeon. I don't like Darkest Dungeon 2 as much. Yeah, roguelikes are cool. I like them quite a bit. But we're not going to talk about the great Mr. Compress. Mr. Compress, the guy who had a grand reveal, blew his ass off, and then just sat in prison for the rest of his life. Yeah, he's pretty goated. Insert regular show meme, yeah. Guys, the manga's not over. Mr. Compress can still do something. Stop being so fucking negative, chat. You're really harshing my vibe. Library of Ruina is a great card game with a great story. Haven't heard of it. The only card game I've extensively played is Hearthstone. Would you do streams like this to talk about the ReZero episodes once they start? Yes, that is the plan. Is it Jover? Hello, Ocean Man. Would you believe that we have still not read the chapter? It's been 2 hours and 14 minutes. Ari cannot revive anybody. You've been streaming for a whole Scorsese flick. Ari's really fucking stupid dumbass horn thing was done purely so that that can't happen, I'm pretty sure. Shigaraki's dead. Chat, it's time to accept it. Shigaraki's dead. Shiggy is only dead till you read the chapter, so he's not dead yet. You know what? That is a good point. He is still alive, currently in this continuity. Do you think Shiggy or AFO should have been the final villain? I think the good character should have been the final villain, yeah. Shiggy should have been the one, yes. What if Shiggy transferred OFA to Deku when their fists met? That's the most likely one. That's the most likely scenario, yes. What about Overhaul? Who gives a shit about Overhaul, man? The most likely is that he transferred to K. I think you're a crack addict. And I think you need rehabilitation more than Shigaraki. What did you not like about Overhaul? Overhaul as a character is okay in the Overhaul arc. The Overhaul arc is mediocre, and it gets worse with every passing day. And now that I know that he was also groomed by All for One, and his quirk was taken, and all this stupid shit, yeah, Overhaul sucks. What does it thematically represent even if Shiggy passed over to K? My only instinct is, off the top of my head, is that the Deku can use this power that was meant to destroy for good. But ReZero did it better. Unlucky. Did Hori ever say that he will introduce Deku's father, or was it fake? He did say that, yes. One of the few things that the fandom says that Horikoshi said, he did indeed say for once. Uncommon, non-misinformation. What was the point of Decay just being a mutilated Overhaul quirk? Everything is so connected and foreshadowed. You see, if you go back, the Overhaul lines are the same as the Decay lines. We will find out what Shigaraki's original quirk was, and it will be Explosion or Naval Laser. Interesting. Do you think the people who think it's okay to kill bad people also think hitting children is okay if they're being bad? It's like a 75% chance, yes. Decay is Overhaul because Shigaraki transferred it to Decay and Deku will use it to restore Shigaraki. Psychiatric evaluation, now. Institutionalized, now. Rehabilitation, now. This is America, you're gonna have to kill me. Chat, the Overhaul arc is the progenitor of sin. Just so you know. Sorry. Shigaraki's original quirk was making the adults around him want to beat him. Damn. Alright. Shout out to Bubba's cave paintings from last week's stream. Dude, that was crazy. The fuck was he talking about, man? Is it time? I don't know. I said that I could do it earlier, but like... everyone said no, don't read it. You think I can finally complain about it, or is it too early? The chapter? I mean, everyone's been doing it already, man. Just do it. Okay, hear me out. Shiggy is dead, but AFO comes back one more time. AFO successfully transferred his quirk into a worm on the floor. And the worm grows a mouth and says, "Well, Deku, to crush your spirit one more time, I am your father." And then the sun continually beats down on the worm, and the worm dries out and dies. The end. Just like Ed shot. It's a parallel, dude. It's a fucking parallel, bros. So it's raw. Of course Ocean Man comes in when we're talking about worms, and not when I was going on like a 30-minute rant about fucking sociology. Bro heard me talking about my worm and you couldn't help it. Join the stream. Noticing. Curious. Somebody responded on my comment on the Shiggy is great video and hit me with the spoilers. F, Lamau. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't moderate these things. People keep commenting on my new video about, like, One Piece. What am I supposed to say? I don't fucking know. Sociology is the study of worms, people, living in their filthy burrows, society, while experiencing adversity, minor inconveniences. Yeah. Say that Luffy and Blackbeard are the goats? No. As soon as the leaks dropped, by the way, I was immediately getting... Okay, my fucking Tomura Shigaraki video got way more views because he got fucking one-tapped. It's currently getting way more views. And I keep getting comments that are like, well, how you doing, bud? And I'm like, well, yeah, it sucks, man. What do you want me to say? Sorry if you guys heard that. My mic stand makes a lot of noise. It's really noisy. So did Bakugo kill Kuragiri? We don't know. I don't know. Some stupid shit happened, assumedly. Is that his only feat in the series? Perhaps. What is the name of the video we're talking about? My Shigaraki one? That's called Tomura Shigaraki is an incredible antagonist. Did not age well, unfortunately. Could be worse though. It could be Ocean Man's video about Shigaraki. You've been streaming for 2.5 hours and no chapter yet? Yeah. Bakugo's only feats are killing a toddler and killing a dead body. Yes. This is true. If this shit didn't make me money, it would be unlisted. Chance of eraser or mic carrying about 5%. You guys remember when Eraserhead and Present Mike's friend from school died, and Eraserhead was just like, I don't want to talk about that. It's kind of cringe, man. Just noticed that you make YouTube shorts. I don't think I've made one in like a year. It's not worth the effort. When did Bakugo kill Kuragiri? Well, guys, if we could read the fucking chapter, we could find out. Read One Piece instead? Yikes. Chat, I'm hungry. I can't stream all day, man. Fine, let's do it. Stop edging me. No, it's the best part. Read the new ReZero chapter. Why? I haven't read the previous one. Hungry for some One Piece? No! How many more chapters do you think there are? 11. I think there's 11 more. When is ReZero Season 3 coming out? October 2024. My Hero Academia chapter 423. Oh my god, my eyes glazed over instantly. What the fuck? Well, that's some cool stuff. How did I not realize? I should have noticed that hyper-regen wasn't working on this haggard excuse for a body. Something should have felt off. Quick question. Why? Moving on. He's to blame. No. All of them. They conspired. Stupid point, Connie. You're right. You're right. You're right. And I have to update it once immediately. Fuck. Fuck. There we go. Each individual only represents a feeble threat, but as a united force, they somehow overwhelmed me, dulling my sensitivity without me realizing. How did Deku get that shirt? Someone gave it to him. I hope that helps. When the boy drove Yuichi and the successors into the core, it wasn't only my spirit that was a lost cause, but this body as well. Still don't really understand how this works, but I'm pretty sure I've given this multiple stupid points in the past, so there's no use repeating it. After just 2 years, it's a little stronger than what the 8th could deliver. You're facing the combined power of all 9 of us. I absolutely fucking despise that Deku calls All Might the 8th. I find that actually disgusting, dude. It froze. Yes, this body too was already shattered. His quirks are crumbling away. Midoriya must have pulled it off. Pulled off what? Chat, what did he pull off? He punched him really hard. I'm not done yet. Haphazardly using his quirks to hold his body together. Haven't achieved anything yet. No one could rob me of what's mine. Only my dream gets to come true. I won't pay it forward. Nobody gets to pick up my torch. The Demon Lord is singular and absolute. Get it, guys? Because he didn't follow the passing the torch theme anymore? How meta. I only need to repeat this process just as I did with that fool Tomura. This boy is suitable now that he's without one for all. Anyone will do, really. I'll grant him my quirk, and me with it, to claim a new vessel. You're done, all for one. Yippee! Midoriya Shirakumo? Guys, he woke up from last chapter. He fell asleep last chapter now, and now he's awake. And look, he has an eyeball. Shota Yamada. Sorry, I must do this. I must protect Tomura Shigaraki. Aw, give me a break. I should have known in the end. He's always gonna reach out with a helping hand. All for one. Give back Tomura Shigaraki. So, like, his eyes are here? I think his portal... No, his portals don't have his eyes. So, like... Is this Kuragiri? Because he's talking from it. Right? He's talking from it. And... What is happening? Genuinely, chat, what the fuck is happening? Oh, and then, like, he nuts. And then Deku punches through him, and for some reason it's cracking. And then it says his friends await him, and then Bakugo comes in, and then Kuragiri, like, blows up or something. I don't know what happened. This is not very clear. But Bakugo is back. Ochako got stabbed once. Bakugo literally died, got revived on the battlefield, fought a baby, collapsed again, and then came back. Climaxing at this time? How many stupid points do I give this? There was literally no reason for this sequence. There was not. Kitchen knife strongest item in the verse confirmed? This needs like 10 until further notice. Kuragiri seems to be exploding for some reason. Bakugo? And like, okay, present Mike was next to Kuragiri, and he could just be covered by the speech bubble, but he's not here. He's not here. You kidding me? That kid's supposed to be in a hospital. He zoomed back here alone with his blasts? Oh my god, Hori. You did it again. What did Kuragiri do then? I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if he's like right behind this bubble, just like passed out again. I don't know what happened. He literally nutted and died. AFO turned into nut and died, and then Kuragiri nutted and died, allegedly. Right, but I thought Kuragiri might have protected Shigaraki by just putting a portal there, not like by physically intervening. It froze again. Todoroki might have helped out with this little ski jump, but don't you dare let me surpass you, Izuku. Dude, shut the fuck up. God. I thought we were done with this whole surpassing bullshit, man. All for one, I can't look past what you've done. But you're not some monster beyond all understanding. No, stop. Don't empathize with me. And you're no demon lord. Don't look at me. All you are is a lonely man. Did you guys know that everyone is a villain because, like, they're lonely or something? Did you guys know that they're all villains because, like, they're bitchless and they don't have any friends? Oh. Look, he's still got sperm on him too. He's still recovering. Twice Jaeger, I agree. AF only came back to make Deku. Killing Shigaraki not seem as bad. Yes, I agree. Is that my brother also as Nut? Have we reunited in Nut? Yoichi. Midoriya managed to adjust that violent transfer in just such a way that the barest fragment would remain intact. What the fuck does that even mean? Then the resonance with his ember awakened me to do right by these last shreds of me. What the fuck does that even mean? Also that he could complete One for All as we were meant to be. I don't care, none of that matters. Don't fade away, show me your face. Impossible, my time is up. You can't go, you're mine, look upon me, let me see your eyes. Brother, I couldn't guide you down the right path. What Midoriya conceived for us here is our final salvation at the end of it all. What Midoriya conceived? The fuck did he do? He didn't do shit. That was Kudo, bro. No, I don't allow it. I love you. I love you like no other. I'm hopeless without you. I'm nothing. It's time to pay the price for exploiting all for yourself. Because he awakened more than just me. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get my fucking ass beat. Look at his little googly eyes. Ugh. There they all go, punching the shit out of him, and then Deku and Shigaraki punch each other's hands. Yippee! Best fight in Shonen, graw. So this is the panel I've been talking about for a little bit. If Deku is gonna not beat Quirkless, it's gonna be because of this panel. Because obviously there's blood flying around and shit. So, if Deku gets One for All back, it's right here. Heroes Rising moment. Yeah, something like that. I know Bubba is coping for decay, but to give him decay, he would have to use his little gross handhole. Where is Shinomori? He decided it was his day off. Isn't that Tomura's soul? I'll let you know when Horikoshi finds out, okay? I believe this is supposed to represent Deku hitting him physically, and then on this side, they're hitting him in the... It's fucking froze again, and hitting him in the Vestige Realm. But their fists collide. So, like, I don't know. I thought I was annihilated beyond hope when Master swallowed me up. But you somehow kept me tethered, kept me from fading, right, Grandma? Oh! Their reunion and their interaction was off-screened. Please help me overcome my YouTube addiction. Make sure you become a YouTube member. The highest tier is Diamond. Kuragiri. I stole my body back from Master, but I never managed to destroy a thing. Oh, brother. In the end, maybe I really am just a crying little kid, like you said. I couldn't even destroy your hands. So, first of all, that's why I think this has a chance to do nothing, to have nothing to do with Quirk transfer. I think there's a chance he's talking about this because he didn't open his hand to decay him. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you guys? Like, maybe this panel is like, oh my god, look, he's not destroying even at the end. It froze again. I'm not saying that's guaranteed, by the way. I don't know. MHA is so ass, it's unpredictable. I think he's just talking about in a metaphorical sense he couldn't stop Deku from reaching out. That's possible too, yeah. That's possible. Everything you did, I couldn't let it stand. That's why I fought. Oh my god, are we gonna get a thought? This is like the only the fourth interaction they have? Yes. I wanted to stop you. I wanted you to stop yourself. To keep that grief and misery from spreading any further. Ha! Izuku Midoriya, if Spinner survived, tell him this. That even to the bitter end, Tomura Shigaraki kept fighting to destroy. It's all been destroyed. What the fuck are you saying? What are you saying? Spinner died at a 7-Eleven, bro! Also, actual exclusive Aster at the HS YouTube channel content that I've not seen a single soul talk about. Tomura Shigaraki in this speech bubble is supposed to be in quotation marks. That was not translated for some reason. It was not brought into the localization. I don't know why. In the original Japanese, Tomura Shigaraki is in quotes in this speech bubble. Why is Deku saying it's already been destroyed? What the fuck does that even mean, dude? What is he saying? Natsuki Super moment, not wrong. What's been destroyed? The grass? And it froze again. The final page, probably the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in My Hero Academia. When All Might punched the clouds, it was supposed to be a momentous, heroic occasion. And now Deku punches, the clouds are cleared, and he didn't save Tenko, he killed a man. At no point did Midoriya Izuku ever try to save Tomura Shigaraki. He just killed him. Also, yeah, Deku's gonna be like, who the fuck is Spinner? What's 301 is Deku sucks. I DM'd you new cave drawings. Interesting. Oh, this one. I wanted to make this just to prove a point. Here are two charts. The first is 71 of the named heroes in this arc, not all of them, mind you, and all 12 named villains, in quotes because 2 of them don't even get names officially. That's a 6-to-1 ratio. True. Here are the deaths of the arc. Out of the 12 villains, nearly half are potentially dead. These 2 dudes aren't dead, by the way. Let's be frank. I don't know why everyone thinks they're dead. They're not going to be fucking dead. And then you turn this over. Oh look, they're all dead. Kido and Onima are so irrelevant they don't even have character art. I had to crop out stills of them for this. I'm not saying we need a bunch of bodies on the hero side either. I'm very much content with not needing death as a tool for stakes. What I'm saying is the disparity between all the main villain cast being killed off while immediately two irrelevant background heroes might bite it is absurd. That is how you ruin stakes. When your villain cast drops dead at the sight of the common cold, while the heroes thug out the Black Plague, it makes the story boring to watch. It's true. Now, there's the elephant in the room. Let me find it. Here it is. I should have made the kill. Sorry, don't be so rigid. Killing can be another way to save someone. Now, let's look at this pragmatically, okay? Can killing somebody save them? I think we can all understand that this is fucking insanity. If you're trying to save someone, killing them sounds deranged. But also, this scene does not exist in a vacuum. This scene exists right after, I'm pretty sure, Deku goes on his whole spiel about not wanting to kill people, about how one for all is not a power designed to kill, it's a power designed to save. It's immediately before Lady Nagant, who he notably does not kill. It's right before the traitor reveal, who he notably does not kill. It's right before Shoto opts to try and save Toya, and he designs a power to notably not kill him. Gran Torino is literally supposed to be in the wrong in that scene too? Yes. Unless the message I'm supposed to glean is, you know, if some people are hurting enough, just fucking kill them. Yes, Gran Torino is retroactively right. I'm just saying it's stupid. Doesn't Deku have a moment after this where Nana Shimura cries because Deku chooses to save rather than kill? Isn't the point of the whole scene to literally block off the path of killing Shigaraki? Presumably. It just doesn't make any sense for the new gen. The gen that's supposed to be better and build a bright future ends up going off the old ways. Literally. It does not. Yeah, and 11 chapters ago, Nana was like, look, you just gotta kill him, and Deku was like, no, I'm not fucking gonna, man.
Remember that Horikoshi is a Star Wars fan. Of course he'd think redemption through death is the right answer. He always meant for Torino to be right.
I guess so, man. So why isn't Dever alive? Well, because he's a good guy. Duh. Fucking goofball. Deku ultimately solves his problems by punching them, just like All Might did. The new generation is really evolving. That's a great point. What good did Overhaul do to warrant him getting to stay alive? Yeah. Looking forward to see you tear this to shreds in the retrospective. Man, there's this... I've been procrastinating on the retrospective script a little bit, because it's daunting, man. There's so much wrong with this final fight that encompasses so much of My Hero Academia. I'm just afraid I can't remember it all. Did Overhaul ever apologize to his father? I mean, he can't because he's in a coma that Overhaul put him in. If a creature deserved redemption, it would not need to be redeemed. You did cook with that, that's true. But at least Toga died the way she wanted, thinking that nobody will ever accept her and the world will always be hostile towards her existence. God bless America, and God bless our troops. It's so over. Thank you so much, Star. Oh, man. That is so funny, bro. Yeah, this is sweet. If I said I think these two don't deserve redemption and it did deserve death, and Bubba says no creature that deserves redemption would need to be redeemed, and I said the never-ending MHA fan cycle of killing is bad, let's kill people. Personally, I interpreted it as her dying to save someone she loves like Twice did. Personally speaking, I think she probably got the best send-off. I think that reading works if she lives in the end. I think her making the decision to want to save Ochako is very cool if she lives. So what would have changed in the story if SNS just killed Shiggy for one back in that arc? Well, I guess she would have saved him. So it seems. When villains start becoming heroes so that they can beat women and children and kill people and get away with it? Yeah, so it seems, man. A competent writer would have pointed out that dichotomy, but... guess not. It felt like we were so close at times for, like, Hori getting it. But... If all the villains are killed, what will MHA even talk about? Hori will be like, oh man, they could have been such good people, just like he does with Twice, you know? Where Hawks tries to like gaslight the audience into thinking that he didn't stab him in the fucking back. Do you think that we'll get a season 8 for the show? Yeah, definitely. I did see that, yeah. Praising the Kagurabachi author. Gas! What happened to them fighting in Mount Fuji? It went away immediately. It didn't matter. I still don't understand why he did that. Do you think Deco will remain quirkless? 50-50 shot. 50-50 shot. What is MHA's message? If you're sad, kill yourself. And if you're happy, beat your wife. What's your problem with Hawks killing twice? I think Hawks killing twice is a great narrative decision. I think narratively, that opens up so much potential. It's just that Hori did not utilize it whatsoever. Hawks became a nothing character to jack off Endeavor, and then we were supposed to believe that Hawks was like, oh, you're such a good guy, even though like 5 minutes ago, when Twice came through the portal, he was like, oh my god, kill him right now. Kill him right now. Is Dobby dead confirmed? No. Oh. Still waiting on Hawks' Light of Hope moment. Hawks' Light of Hope moment was when he screamed to kill a man. It makes sense in retrospect that there was no fallout when you realize Hori thinks Hawks did the right thing. Yep, it does. What happened with Redestro? He got shot with the off-screen laser. Kind of sad how Kuragiri bits with Aizawa and Mike are one of the most forgettable parts of the arc. Bro, I had a section outlined for them in the retrospective. Not like as in like I had points and everything, but like I had it set there, ready to start outlining it when it happens. And then it didn't. And I was like, okay, well I'm deleting that. Shut up, villain. Strong off screen. Is that non-Todoroki with the ice quirk still on? Getting? He's in prison. Are you familiar with Naruto's final war arc? Not really. Oh, brother. Are you familiar with Demon Slayer Final Arc? No. I've only watched the anime. And by the anime, I mean season 1 and 2. Do shonen series ever get a good ending? Kid named Mob Psycho. What happened to Stain? He appeared in the Iron Might fight and then got punched so hard he died. Allegedly. He's a half hero now. He'll be fine. He'll be half fine, actually. Chainsaw Man Part 1 has a good ending, yeah. Do you believe that Act 3 truly ruined MHA for you? Or do you think that Act 3 made you rethink the aspects you praised or both? It's both with more emphasis on the first part. There were a lot of things that are that were easy to forgive because I liked MHA at the time. But now that I don't like it anymore, I can look back at those things and be like, yeah, pretty ass. Dazen Undead Unlock, very, very good. Dun 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 dun. Chad, I'm hungry, man. It might be time to wrap things up. It might be time to wrap things up. It's been 3 hours. Alright, chat. Thanks everyone for coming out. A lot of people came out tonight, I appreciate that. You can become a YouTube member. You get videos early. You also get the new exclusive podcast. When is the new Shonen and Chill dropping? I don't know. You can subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. You can join the Discord down in the description below. We talk about ReZero, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, and apparently One Piece. Soon enough, we'll have a bot in the Discord too, where you can make bets about MHA and bet virtual currency. That'll be fun. And if you guys haven't already, then you should definitely watch the new video that I posted. Thank you everyone for coming out. Goodbye. Andy versus Shigaraki, who